Welcome back. I'm now joined by Mr. Ernst Katjiku, CEO of the Okakarara Town Council, as the town is currently hosting its 17th Annual Okakarara Trade Fair, taking place from the 1st to the 7th of September. Now, this year's theme, Digital Evolution, Transforming Businesses in the Digital Age, reflects how even traditional agricultural communities are embracing technological change. Mr. Katjiku, good evening and welcome to the show.
Yes, very good evening to you and good evening to the listeners.
Mr. Katjiku, what does reaching the 17th Annual Trade Fair mean for Okakarara? And, talk to us about how the event has evolved over the years.
This event, like you said correctly, is the 17th edition, and it has been in existence for the past 17 years. It is one of the best ever regional event on the calendar for Chironjipa region. That's why it has been regarded as the regional event. It is rated to be the second best to Okakarara Trade Fair, and it is the only trade fair in the Chironjipa region. That's why from time to time we regard this as a regional event as opposed to a constituency or a town event.
Yeah.
Obviously, it has evolved. It has evolved from a simple beginning to where it is today. And where we have started and where we are now, we are proud to share with you and the listeners that we have really grown from leaps to bounds.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, this year's theme is transforming businesses in the digital age. So how is Okakarara helping local businesses and particularly farmers and small enterprises to adapt to these digital technologies?
Yes, thank you very much. I think the world is moving towards industrialized world, and obviously technology is taking a center stage. Therefore, Okakarara is no exception, and we won't want to be left behind. The fourth industrial revolution expect all of us to ensure that we are on par with the technological advancement. Henceforth, Okakarara Trade Fair has put up a theme, digital evolution, so that we would evolve from the normal traditional way of engaging into business and migrating into digital world. I think we have already started as a trade fair. If you even look at our program, you will not have a paperwork program. You will not see it on paper. Our program, you have a QR code that you have, and you just scan the QR code, and then you would have the program and all the activities that are happening around the trade fair on the tip of your fingers. So that is embracing technology. And also we are involved with Standard Bank, where we are aggressively looking at PayPal as a method of engaging financial transactions with each other. So by doing all this, it tells us that we are in a process of encouraging people to move into the digital world. And that is how we have created the theme.
Mm-hmm. Talk to us, Mr. Katjiku, about the kind of economic boost that this week-long trade fair brings to Okakarara.
Yes, it has a lot of economic spins off. Number one, this, like I said, this trade fair brings about close to over 7,000 people that commute through Okakarara or that comes into Okakarara. And you start first with accommodation outlet. All accommodation outlet in Okakarara and around Okakarara, up until Chibarongo, they are all fully booked because of the trade fair. And all these economic spins of that comes with that, obviously, with the people that are coming, and they need to eat, they need to fuel, they need to drink. All these are all fueling the local economy. Mm-hmm. And again, the fortunate part that we had of the trade fair was, since this is the biggest event, it brings in our farmers. Chironjipa region is popularly known for its traditional livestock farming, and a lot of our farmers are having the best genetics in the region, and we create a stage where they would be competing and also showcase their brand as well as the best genetics they have in terms of the livestock. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So we would also create an opportunity for them to share and to showcase their livestock, and that also helps to add value to what they do at their villages or wherever they are doing their farming activities.
Mm-hmm. Now, the extensive livestock judging and auction components seem to be central to the fair. How important is agriculture to Okakarara's identity and economy?
Very good one. I think that is the biggest brand that we carry. The Okakarara residents in general, but more in particular the residents of the region, are livestock farmers. And as a result, they derive their livelihood from farming activities. And one of the key areas of their farming activities is livestock, particularly large livestock. And as a result, us as a trade fair and Okakarara Town Council, our wish is to see how we can add value to this local economic produce that they have. Mm-hmm. That's why we create this opportunity for them to bring their cattle so that they can showcase and make sure that they market it to the local as well as to the international visitors alike. Mm-hmm. So it has really an economic spin-off onto the farmers, and also it creates an opportunity for the farmers to interact with other farmers, to learn from good practices from other farmers, and also to share good practices with each other. Mm.
Beyond business, Mr. Katjiku, the fair also includes cultural performances, beauty pageants, and entertainment. How does this blend of commerce and culture strengthen community bonds?
Absolutely. You see, culture is the backbone of any given society. Obviously, a society without culture deems to be failing. Therefore, we have an element of culture in our trade fair to entice our cultural communities so that we can still live with a culture that we have inherited from our great-grandparents. One of the aspects that we have looked at, apart from the beauty pageant, where we have encouraged our queens to wear traditional attires, we have also lined up activities that is for tomorrow night, where we have invited traditional dancers, or where they will be doing traditional dances called Oshina or Muhiva and the likes, to portray the culture of the Overhero-speaking Namibians. So this is part of our innovation to ensure that we don't leave our culture and our tradition behind. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Just lastly, Mr. Katjiku, looking ahead, what are your aspirations for growing this trade fair and positioning Okakarara as an economic regional hub?
May you repeat that part again?
My question was, looking forward, what are your aspirations in terms of growing this trade fair and positioning Okakarara as a regional economic hub?
Absolutely, absolutely right. Trade fair is positioning Okakarara, not only Okakarara, but is positioning Oshodonjipa as the cultural hub of the country. Obviously, it has grown from leaps and bounds. When we have started very small compared to where we are now. And with what we are busy with at the moment and the transformation that we are bringing into the trade fair and the innovations, particularly going into digital transformation that we are also trying to advocate, I think this is moving Okakarara to the next level. And my hope and trust is that comes 20 years from now, Okakarara will no longer be the same. And all this would be attributed by the existence of the trade fair and the trade fair activities.
Mr. Katjiku, we thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, and thank you very much to the listeners. And we are inviting everybody to Okakarara. There is nowhere else in Namibia where things are happening apart from Okakarara. So the only place now